So know who to be and understand the privilege. Now what needs to happen is a memorandum of understanding.
Hey peeps, it's your girl Blessydgazadiva and welcome back to the Blessydgazadiva channel. So for those of you who missed it yesterday, the police invaded Cockpit Country, which is known as Maroon Town, Kongpong, which is a sovereign state within Jamaica's existence. They have their own rules, their own laws, and they are not part of the normal guidelines that covers Jamaica. Anyway, the police visited the land allegedly to remove the ganja that was there. The chief wasn't having it, and of course, his countrymen called out to him, and he forwarded out, and he had his weapon strapped to his back. Since then, Horace Chang has taken to the media and allegedly stated that he is not aware of any sacred land or sovereign land in Jamaica that is assigned to any Maroon. Since then, Richard Currie has taken the opportunity to educate him by showing throwback videos of foreigners explaining that they have a treaty with them and the land is sovereign and belongs to them. Nanny of the Maroon, we all learned about her in school, and we have heard or even have family members who are Maroons. My grandmother happens to be a Maroon. After Horace Chang took to the media to say that he's not aware of any sovereign land, after that's been said, the FLA got involved and said they will be investigating Currie for bearing arms. Anyhow, Currie took to Instagram again. He's utilizing the media. He's sensible. He knows his rights. So he's taken to Instagram and he wrote, "The right to bear arms is considered fundamental to securing the right of the people against tyranny and oppression. Captain Kojo, our ancestors and historical chief under whose tenure the treaty was negotiated, is almost always depicted with his gun as self-defense, has always been a part of our ancient liberties and culture. Ordinarily, a peaceful people, we usually use our weapons to hunt, as hunting is a big part of our culture. Our Arawakan ancestors have always been described as peaceful people, a peace disrupted by colonization. Only in defense of our lives, freedom, rights, and property have our people resorted to war to repel oppression and tyranny. The Second Amendment of the United States Constitution reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. True freedom can only exist when a people write their own constitution. Maroons have their own constitution, and the chief and his force has the right to bear arms in order to protect life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Hashtag Maroon, hashtag independence, hashtag democracy."
So know who to be and understand the privilege. Now what needs to happen is a memorandum of understanding between us and our neighbors, because we're not a threat to them. All we want is our full entitlement and our rights. That is it. We know what we need to do, but we're in a landlocked situation because we do what we want in our land. But from your step cross, you have problem. So then how we work together then? It means so we have to come to the table again. But this time we come the right way.
And people, Currie again had another video to share. And he says, there is a time for everything under the sun. A time for war and a time for peace. This is the time for peace and diplomacy. Maroons do not promote violence. We are a peaceful people. Hashtag sound dear bang. Hashtag Maroons. Oh boy, people. This is not looking good on the arms of the government. Let me just say this much to you. Maroons, as far as I know, are genuinely peaceful people. I don't see them walking around making trouble. I can never And you can tell me now down below in the comment section if you've heard of any gang-related incidents involving Maroons that we can categorically say that Maroon group over there did that. We can't really say that. We have never been able to pinpoint a group of Maroons, at least for me, and say that they have done that. So to see Dr. Horace Chang, one, forward it out, one, come out and say that they have no sovereign land. Secondly, to say that FLA is going to investigate them, it leaves me bonkers. I really don't know, because I'm trying to wrap my head around how did we get to here? Why am I not hearing that the police officers invaded a state? They have their logo and everything. The police officers of another state, for a lack of better explanation, so that it's clear for others of you, invaded another state. So it's like neighboring states then. This is like Haiti and Barbados, or Haiti and Turks and Caicos. Turks and Caicos invaded Haiti, or Haiti invaded Turks and Caicos. That's kind of what happens here. They happen to be in close proximity, or they happen to be in proximity, but the land is chopped and segmented. It's kind of like what's happening with a Kangpong town. And I'm hearing nothing to date about that. And this is why you have to wonder if there is this Babylonian mentality that it's to rule, divide, and conquer. That's the mentality that I see being permeated here. Because the man is being looked at now, and how the police did well to handle themselves. I'm glad the policemen weren't hurt. But at the end of the day, when are they going to be asked? What did they go there to do? Who sent them? What did they carry that big truck to collect? What were they doing there with tarpaulin? Were they there to steal their agriculture, whether it's weed or whatever, as they said? And who sent them? Is this something they've done before? And because they now have a resolute, strong leader, we're just hearing about it for the first time. It is possibly something that has been done before. That is my understanding based on how I see the policemen just forwarded in, took charge of the place. And it looks like now, because everybody who is under Chief Currie's guidance and governance now, they're seeing now that they have somebody to help and defend them to bring this forward. I think it's happened already, but again, that's just my assumption. So if allegedly they visited a land or a state that they shouldn't be a part of, why are we not investigating it? As I said yesterday, it's another topic for Andrew Holness to forward out and talk to us about. We need to understand, is there indeed a state within another state that exists? And everybody from I'm forwarding up, coming up, I know the laws that the Maroons have always been in their own little sacred place, and they have their own laws and they have their own rules. So how now this is just coming as a big problem? First it's Senzinga, now it's the Maroons. It doesn't look good. Mr. Prime Minister, it does not look good for all of this to be happening under your administration. And especially with the country reeling through a pandemic. This is not. People need their sanity. People need their space. Like I definitely need my space and headspace to be clear. And there's no better place for me to find that than in my sanctuary that I call my home. So you imagine now you invading these people's space in a pandemic and putting unnecessary, undue stress on them mentally. That's not good. You need to talk to your minister. Crime is the highest it's ever been. And we know, the ones who know, that you locked down the country again to stem it because it was getting out of control the other day. But that's a topic for a different day. Anyway, people, tell me your thoughts down below in the comment section. Do you think Chief Currie is right in standing his ground? And your general thoughts about the video.